UK priest warns Americans to not let the left deteriorate US values. Please don't do what we did, Calvin Robinson warned Americans. British Anglican Catholic priest and conservative commentator Calvin Robinson issued a stark warning to Americans about the direction he sees the U.S. could be heading. Please don't do what we did, he warned Americans in an interview with the Christian Post. Please don't just sit back and let the liberals deteriorate the rest of everything that you know and love. Robinson, who recently moved to the U.S. to run a full-time parish ministry in Michigan, argued that spiritual and political forces had undermined British and Christian values in his home country, and he sees the same trends happening in the United States as well. Be careful. American culture is a fantastic culture. Hold on to it, promote it, encourage it. If you want to become multicultural and let other cultures in, that's something you have to consider. But do not give it up to the detriment of your own, he pleaded while talking to the Christian Post. Over the summer, riots rocked England after 3 children were murdered by a 17-year-old suspect born in Wales to Rwandan parents who had been falsely identified as an illegal immigrant. Robinson criticized the government for threatening to imprison citizens it deemed guilty of sharing inflammatory social media posts about the riots, while, at the same time, reportedly releasing criminals from facilities to aid with the problem of overcrowding. The UK seems to have imploded and entirely lost its common sense, he said. The priest previously told the Christian Post he feels the UK is on the precipice of a civil war because of rising tensions over the country's commitment to diversity and multiculturalism. Robinson also believes far-left ideologies infiltrating the Church of England have worked to undermine the influence of Christianity in England. The Church of England has become very liberal in terms of divorce, sex outside marriage, same-sex relationships, transgenderism, Robinson told the outlet. And every time the church tries to be more inclusive, it actually becomes more exclusive to Christianity and to Christian values, and more inclusive to worldly values, and just further plummets that downward trajectory. It's a great shame, he said. Robinson told the Christian Post he thinks America is on the same path in following these trends, but no matter what happens, he rests in trusting God is in control. I don't despair at all, he said. Despair is a sin. There's no sense in despairing. As I say, empires rise and fall. So as this empire, the British Empire, or Western civilization as it falls, it's our duty to think big picture and remember that God has a plan and He only permits things for a reason. In an interview with Fox News Digital last year, Robinson said that liberalism was the greatest threat to Christianity currently. Liberalism is even more warped than Islam, he said, in terms of taking something that sounds compassionate, sounds empathetic, but isn't actually fully true in order to get people to believe in it, such as, trans queer theory, gender theory, critical race theory. Each of these radical liberal ideas come from one place, he continued. And it's really, we call it neo-Marxism, but it's really communism, which we know is incompatible with the Christian faith because it is the work of the enemy. And so, we shouldn't let our guard down for communism. We certainly shouldn't let it for neo-Marxism, and therefore we should not let our guard down for liberalism.